I want you to understand that no parent is happy that their kids will be sent home after a period of time for the fact that they cannot pay school fees. It's very embarrassing and nobody wants to go through that state. So let's not see it as some parents are doing it intentionally, but let's see it as a problem and how we can help them come out of it. Welcome to dacollins.tv, educational, motivational, and inspirational platform. Hi guys, welcome to dacollins.tv. I hope you're doing very well and I hope this video meets you in a good state. Thank you to everyone that has been following us on this platform. Thank you to everyone that has shared this video to friends and family. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for all the comments. I really appreciate all of that. Last week I told you the topic which I dealt on back to school, budgeting and planning for parents. And that video was able to explain that it's very important for parents to plan in this state of time. When it's time for children to go back to school, a lot of expenses is involved. Things to look out for, things to buy, the school bag, the school fees, the school uniform, the school socks, the school shoes, a lot of things to spend money on. So the video seeks to explain and help parents to prioritize their expenses, knowing what to put money in and what can be managed. And I said in that video that if there are certain things you need to repair, go ahead to repair it. It's not everything you're going to get for the first time. Get everything new, manage the fund with you, it's very important, and use that money to do other things that can be of advantage to the learners. If you've not seen my previous video, I want you to go to YouTube and check for back to school, budgeting and planning for parents. It's very important to watch that video. It will enable you to plan your activities properly. Today I'm going to be talking about something different but still in line with planning these children's future. I'm going to talk about other factors that parents face as a problem, which is late payment of school fees and non-payment of school fees. So most families have the tendency of always being faced with the fact that the children will be sent home every time for school fees. Most of the time it's very embarrassing to the kids and it's very embarrassing to the parents. And whenever a child is sent home for school fees, this goes a long way to affect the school, the parent and the child. So what causes this over time and how this can be corrected is what this video seeks to answer. So on this video, I'm going to identify some of the causes of the late or non-payment of school fees, and I'm also going to suggest some solutions on how this late or non-payment of school fees can be corrected. So before we bring about a solution on what causes the late payment or non-payment of school fees, I want you to understand that no parent is happy that their kids will be sent home after a period of time for the fact that they cannot pay school fees. It's very embarrassing and nobody wants to go through that state. So let's not see it as some parents are doing it intentionally, but let's see it as a problem and how we can help them come out of it. Because even when the school fees are not paid, the teachers in the school are also affected because their salaries too will not be paid. So it affects everyone involved in that circle. So the first problem we want to identify as one of the causes of late payment of school fees is what I call the economic situation. The economic situation we find ourselves currently is very tense. It's very tense, it's very stressful, it's very discouraging. A lot of people are crying, a lot of people are suffering. It's affecting every classes of people. The rich, the middle class, and the low-income earners are facing the same situation in the economy. When the economy is in this state, it's as a result of factors we cannot control. It's as a result of external factors beyond our control. And when this happens, it goes a long way to affect our parents who are the extreme end and who has people depending on them to take care of. So what do they need to do? How do they need to come out of this? My best solution for you to come out of every economic situation that will affect you from paying your children's school fees on time is for you to go back to my previous video, which is up here right now. Click the link, go back to the video, which will tell you on how best to manage your planning for the kids. What you need to do in this time of the economic situation to manage your fees, the little amount you have. How can you manage it to deal with the children's expenses? This video up there will give you a proper guide on how to go about it. Back to school, budgeting and planning is the video you need to watch to understand how you need to manage your finance and how you need to plan your money with you in order for you to deal with the children going back to school and how to deal with their school fees. One of the major problems we have also that causes late or non-payment of school fees is as a result of some parents putting their children in schools that are very expensive. They want their children to go to one of the biggest schools in town, every parent wants the best for their kids. But if you find yourself in a situation where the fees of that particular school is too huge for you to afford, the best thing for you to do is to move your child out of that school and put your child in a school that you can afford. This way you will not allow the child to face embarrassment of non-payment of school fees or late payment of school fees, because this will affect the academic balance and mindset of the child. Whenever school fees are not paid, this affects the child both emotionally and psychologically. So we should not allow our children to be faced with this type of state because of our choices or because of the economic situation. So if we learn to manage this properly, we'll be able to pay our fees on time. So for the parents to help themselves out of this situation, all they need to do is to take those children back to schools that are affordable within their vicinity. You must not always place your child in schools that are very expensive. The third reason that causes late payment of school fees or non-payment of school fees is as a result of lack of discount policy from the school. Most schools do not have the right strategy put in place on how they can get this money from the parents. And when the right strategy is not put in place, it will always discourage the parents from paying on time. The best way to go about this strategy is for you to bring up discount policy. Encourage the parents by letting them know that anyone that pays on time or the first 2 weeks of resumption will get a certain amount of discount. And this way, this will encourage a lot of parents to quickly want to hasten up their payments so that they can be among those who will enjoy these discounts. In the long run, their kids too will not face any form of embarrassment of being sent home or being kept aside in the classroom. So these are some of the strategies we can go with that will help us correct the late payment of school fees. I take a recap again on this. What are the causes of late payment of school fees? One, I said the economic situation we find ourselves, and for you to come out of this, you need to watch the previous video we talked about back to school budgeting and planning. I also mentioned the category of school we place our children. If you place your children in the school that are very expensive, you will also find it difficult if you are not earning enough to pay their school fees. So put them in the kind of school you can afford, the category of school you can afford. There are good schools all around us. Put them in schools that your money can afford, that you will not feel stressed paying their school fees. And I said the third thing is from the school, they should have a discount policy that will enable parents to pay with ease. When we put these factors into consideration, it enables us to pay these fees without any form of stress. So I would like our parents to take these steps, look how best this can work for the children, and save the children from every form of embarrassment. Next week I'm going to look into another video on how late payment of school fees affects the learners, affect the children. It affects the children the most. So next week I'll be looking into how late payment of school fees or non-payment of school fees affect your child in negative ways, and we need to prevent this so our child will not be faced with a lot of trauma and they will not be faced with inferiority complex along the line. If you're not joining us for the first time, I would like you to hit the subscribe button. I would like you to share the video to friends and family, to parents out there who needs to hear this and understand that the children's school fees is priority and they need to work towards it and they need to try to pay on time. Till I come your way again, same time next week. Thank you very much, and remember to hit the subscribe button.